As you guys are aware, I've been shining shoes down by the dock, and I was talking to my coworker the other day, who really is there all the time. And this person is a boomer; they're from the boomer generation, and I say to them, do you think maybe? And they're miserable at work all the time, very bitter, very miserable. And I go, do you think maybe you overwork yourself a bit? And they're like, yeah, yes, I do. But my biggest fear in life is being homeless. I was thinking, mine is like the ocean or heights. What's down there in that silent dark? And I guess, here we are at a crossroads. Do we talk about my totally legitimate fears, or do we address what I think might be a little bit absurd as a fear, or maybe not, or maybe we should closer analyze a fear of being homeless. The way this person said it, it was almost like an affliction of being like sick or being poisoned, like some type of status anomaly that once. The way they said it, it's like once they became homeless, like that there's no way to like get out of that situation, which again is really just a situation that I mean can be overcome. I want to say almost quite easily. I mean, it depends what your definition of like a home is. Like I rented an apartment forever, and I honestly never felt like it was like my home. I felt like it was a safe space, but so was my other friend's apartment. I felt safe there also, or man, like my parents' house, I feel safe there, or the library. What do you mean, you can't be drunk at the library? I guess that is public intoxication. But anyway, and of course my fears are all related to death, and as I get older, I am more and more afraid of death. Which is sort of like my beard. I wasn't afraid of death, and just one day I had a beard. Or one day I was just afraid of death, afraid of dying. I used to climb tall trees. And then now I get vertigo on stepping stools occasionally, if I have a fourth step. But I don't know, I was just very struck by the whole, my biggest fear is homelessness. And I'm like, but you're working yourself kind of into a grave in the fact that you could just see this person stressing out at work, and I don't know, I feel like that's a much worse death because I mean, it's your quality of life. This is your life we're talking about here, and yeah, the idea that like again, the circumstances to losing your home, I guess they would start at like losing your job maybe, but I don't. It just seemed a bit irrational, and I think again it was rooted to maybe perhaps that boomer mentality where there's just so much emphasis on. I mean, I don't know. I guess I want to say. I don't know. I want to say money, but I might be completely out of line or wrong about that. But this idea of success through work, it's I'm becoming more and more disillusioned by that, because I've had jobs that I've worked for years and years and years, and after periods of times that those places of employment ended, I didn't have a lot to show for it, and again, it was a constant grind just to stay afloat, if you will. Anyway, is that a legitimate fear? Is there anyone else who's afraid of being homeless? Again, I think it's something that could be overcome. It's not like an end game, but maybe I'm wrong. Tell me your fears, or tell me what you think about the idea of homelessness being a fear. I already look like a homeless person, so I'm ready. Let's do it.